Wow, that. That wonderful noise.
Okay, so the first couple were easy. I thought I did the first couple. So in a pie chart, why are the slices or sectors different sizes? I said it's because each slice represents a category and the area of each slice represents a proportion of the total occupied by the category.
That's what I think it is.
Wait, are we doing the homework or
The group meeting?
Yeah, the group meeting.
Okay. So is that B? Is that what you thought? I agree with that too.
Yeah. So number 4, how are bar charts and Pareto charts related? I think the only difference is that Pareto charts order from largest to smallest.
Yep, I agree.
So C.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. We conclude that P is normally distributed if NP is less or greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so is P the true proportion of the sample portion? I didn't understand that one. I wasn't really sure.
So I think it's the true proportion because the P hat is your sample proportion.
So if it has that little thing above the P, then that's your sample.
That's your sample one. And the regular P is
the true
proportion.
Okay. Okay.
So it's like X and X bar, if I understand that right.
Okay.
Well, it'd be mu and X bar.
Oh, mu and X bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so P is the sample proportion?
No, P is the true proportion.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry. I was looking at my notes wrong.
And then P hat would be sample. Okay, so what is N? I said it was the sample size.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. 7's where I get lost. Without just trying random numbers, I didn't ever find.
If P is 1/4, then the smallest N is 4, I think, because.
40. Wait, you divide
4.
1/4?
Isn't it?
So how'd you decide? Did you just start plugging in numbers and trying it, or is there actually a formula to figure that out?
Oh, wait a second.
I just divided 10 from 1/4 and I got 40, and then I plugged it in, it worked. It equals 10.
Wait, what equation are you guys using?
Well, I didn't know an equation.
No,
That's why.
they give us right there. NP is greater than or equal to 10. So if it is 1/4, I just kind of, did it like an algebra equation or I took the 10 over to the side. But I don't know if that's correct.
Hey, well,
that is correct. Yeah, that's how you figure out the list N. But if you do it, then you're going to come out with 2 numbers, right? Because there's that 2 different equations. You have to always pick the bigger one of the 2.
Oh, because each one will give you a different answer?
Right, yeah.
Okay, just a minute. I need to try that and see.
So you have to pick the bigger one of the 2 because it has to meet both requirements.
Isn't the bigger one of the 2 always going to be that second one, the one with parentheses?
I don't think it will always be. It will not always be that equation. You have to do both of them.
Okay. So you take the 0.25, you change your P into 0.25, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I get what we're doing. Okay.
So is there a way to do it besides just guessing 40? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I take 10 and divide it by 0.25? Oh yeah, that's what you do. 10 and then you divide it by your P. And that equals my number, which is 40. Okay, so my other one,
So is the answer 13.333?
No, because that's the smaller of the two numbers.
And the question is, what is the smallest n that satisfies the requirement?
Yes, but you always have to pick the bigger of the two because they have to satisfy the requirement for both of them,
Oh, okay.
right? So the requirement is
Yeah.
that it has to be,
Has
oh,
to
those
be
are the two
both.
requirements, but so you have to pick it the bigger number of the two for it to satisfy the requirement.
Okay.
I wish I could offer more help. It's hard when I'm not there to see your hardware. I'm not sure if you were referring to about how to do this or if you were just online writing.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll have to write that down in my notes for later. Okay, so we're deciding our answer is 40, right?
Right.
Okay, 8. So use the following information. N is 24, P is 0.4.
So if I was setting up to go with next, then that's what you're referring to.
So what is the
That is
hat?
what the issue
So, are we saying,
is.
okay, so is P is 40? Are we making P a percentage of the,
So leave it a decimal. So do 0.4 divided by 24, and that should give you your P hat,
Which one are you on, number 8?
number 8, right?
So the definition of P is the mean of P hat, right? Like that's the definition of P.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting confused. You're right. So
there's
it's
the
going
answer-
to be 0.4.
here?
Right. I think it's 0.4.
0.4.
Uh-huh.
I don't use me.
We can just take our tests as a group. We'd be in good shape.
I know. What? Okay, what is the standard deviation of P hat? So this is where you do the formula, 0.4, and then the parentheses 1 minus 0.4 over 24 square root. I got
I get-
0.1.
Yeah, I got 0.1.
You guys are fast. Okay, 0.1. I'm with you. Right.
Wow, it's almost like you guys don't even need me here.
Oh, we do.
You
Hang
just
out, Phil. What's the standard deviation of? Oh, we just did that. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong one.
Are we ready to do number 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Use the following information for questions 10 through 13. Brittany's batting average is .3. We want to determine the probability she will get more than 35 hits in her next 100 at-bats. What is P hat?
Well, so the P hat again is just a 0.3,
0.3.
right?
That's what I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, no, because P is .3.
Because that's the same that it was in 8.
No, because 8 is what is the mean of P hat.
So we find P hat by X divided by N. Do you
Right. And
remember
what?
that?
So what would be our X in this one?
It's going to be 35. So you're determining the probability she get more than 35 hits in her next 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 35 divided by 0.3.
Oh, no, it's
No,
X
by
divided by
100.
N.
So it's going to be
So it's
0.35.
gonna be 0.35.
And then the standard deviation is our 0.3. No, sorry, not standard deviation.
No,
We got to do that equation
we
again.
gotta do the
Mhm.
equation. But so I gotta go back and look at the difference between those two questions. Oh, so the mean of P hat just is P. All right. Just trying to put that straight. Okay, so then this is 0.3.
So on 10, you guys, it's 0.35. Is that right?
Yeah.
5. 5. Okay. And the standard deviation
So did you get 0.048?
I got 0.046.
I got 0.46. 0.0.
So
It's 0.21. You square root it.
So I did 0.35 times 1 minus 0.35, which is 65. 0.35 times
So we use
Oh,
0.35.
it's 0.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to do 3.5 on this, but it's 0.3.
Oh, so this one you use the, oh, okay, so that makes the difference. So 0.046.
Yes. Okay, then on the z-score, so what I did for this one is you did 0.35 minus 0.3 divided by the standard deviation formula.
Which we just decided was 0.046.
Yeah. Was that right? Did I set that up right, Ryan?
Yep.
So that gave me a z-score of 1.087.
Me too.
Sorry, what answer did you get?
1.087
Okay.
z-score.
Uh-huh. And then also make sure when you're doing when you take your standard deviation from above, don't round the answer.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I did notice that in the homework. It messed it up.
Yeah, so make sure you're not rounding so make sure you're not using.
All right. So do we need to redo that one then?
I don't know. I think we lost Soraya. Is that what you got, Ryan? You did, Ryan, too?
I don't know. I'll have to switch back over to that thing. Maybe it's you and me. So then if I don't round my standard deviation, I get 0.045825 7, that's 5 minus 0.3 equals divided by 0. Oh, well, that changes it. So that gives me a z-score of 1.091. If I don't round.
Round.
1.091. All right, let's see if we can see here. Oh, I see Ryan. I just don't see Soraya. I think we got Soraya. Ryan's not there. Can you hear us, Ryan? His picture's frozen with his head down. So maybe he's not there.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the same answer.
Should I send him another invitation?
Yeah, we'll pull up Ryan now.
Let's see. We can try. This is what I did the one day when you couldn't. I had to send you a new invitation.
So, whatever number
I don't know what it's doing because it keeps popping up his profile picture. And I can hear all the background noise. That's not you or me. That's got to be his.
Yeah. On mute. Well, obviously he didn't put it on mute.
I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, so on number 12, did you put 1.091?
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. When I don't divide it by 0.046,
Yeah.
I get 1091. But
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah, that's, oh, I wonder if he just severed his thing because now it's nice and quiet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's the answer I put was 1.091.
Okay. So you think that that's why Soraya told us that we,
Don't round.
yeah. Okay. So that was number 12.
That's 12.
091. Okay. 1.091.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then on 13, what is the probability Brittany gets at least 35 hits in her next 100? So this is where we use the applets. And I wasn't really sure which side of the applet to highlight.
Well, because if it's at least 35, then you're going to be to the right of our z-score. Does that make sense? Because it's that much or bigger.
1 point. Okay. That or bigger. Okay, so we're shading
Yeah.
just only the right.
Just only the right.
And it's
Let's see. 1.091. So I have a probability of 0.1376.
Yeah.
Is that what you got?
Yep.
Only I guess we need to round. So that makes it 0.138.
1.138. I might have just got a, let me see. Okay, Soraya sent us a message. She says, I'm sorry, something happened. Now I can't get back on. So,
Well, I can try and send her another invite. That's the only thing I know how to do. I wonder if it has to do with the college's internet because both Ryan and her were on it and they both went down at the same time.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure how to send a message. How do you send a message?
If I go back to my Gmail where you sent me the invite,
Yeah.
down in the right-hand corner is where I'm getting the messages. Oh.
Well, how come I don't? Let's see. I must have them somewhere because I keep hearing my little beep. I gotta.
Yeah, I see Josephine down there now, but
Oh, she's not on mine.
so I'm wondering if, I hope she gets on because we got to organize our thing.
I know. Chat. Is it under chat? Where's all the messages?
It's just my email, like Gmail is what I have open. And that's where I'm getting it. She says, Josephine, is the meeting on? I can't seem to get in either. Could you possibly, do you know how to send Josephine and Ryan another invite?
Yeah, I've sent about 4. But I'll send them
Oh, did
again.
you?
Josephine.
I'll try it.
And Soraya's on, but we can't hear you, Soraya. I can see your picture, but I can't hear you again.
I just typed another message to.
I gotta figure out how to be able to do that because I can hear it beeping, but I can't see where
Where it is.
it is. Oh, on this screen.
Yeah, you're probably just on a different screen.
It is a different screen. Well, that's stupid. That means I can't be on the video one and the typing one.
There's
Can you
Soraya.
hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Well,
Okay.
I wondered if it was the school's internet because we lost Ryan at the same time.
Oh, maybe. That is so weird. Yeah.
Okay, we want to check number 12. So on 12, our z-score, we got 1.091.
That looks right.
Okay. Then 13, we got 0.138.
Uh-huh.
So we did the applet on the right. We only highlighted the right side.
Right.
Okay. Okay, 13.
So did they figure out how to get back on?
Nope. So far.
I
All
see.
right, I'm back.
Oh, there. Good.
Sorry, yeah, the internet here just went out.
That's
For a
what we
minute.
wondered.
Yeah.
So where are you at, Ryan?
So while we were off, I did number 12. I got 1.091.
Yep, that's what we got.
And number 13, I got 0.138.
Yep, that's what we
Yeah.
got.
Okay, and that's as far as I got.
Okay.
Okay, that's 2. All right, so if the true proportion of people who support a political candidate is 0.52 and N is 2,000 people surveyed, we want to determine the probability that the results of the survey will suggest the candidate is losing the election, getting less than 50% of the votes. So what is the standard deviation? So let's see.
So I got a 0 or 0.011. What I got. Standard deviation.
0.011, yeah, that's what I get. And z-score.
I got a negative 1.818. Oh, there's Josephine.
Wait, what do you use for p-hat on this one?
I get 0.50. Because it's like 50%. And then you minus.
And then you just do.
So, wait, it's just 0.5, right?
Well, yeah, 0.5 minus 0.52.
And then
And then the
divide.
Yeah, so you get negative 1.818.
Yes, that's what I got.
Say that again. Negative 0.1.
No,
Negative 1.818.
So what probability do you compute using the normal probability output? So
This is where I didn't understand.
what's the difference between the big Z and the little z?
I think I'm guessing that the big Z is what we just calculated. Wait, no. So we're trying to say what's the problem? We're basically saying, are we going to highlight the area to the left or to the right of our Z-score? And by that, I think it's the
top
bottom one.
Oh, the bottom.
The candidate is losing. They want like less than 50%. Is that right?
So Soraya, are you still there? What's the
Yeah, I'm still here.
little z?
I'm actually looking at that, and I think he was right. Like your probability of, and he's saying like versus the z-score. So you're saying you want less than your z-score.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But so the big Z is our calculated Z-score.
The little z would be our calculated. It was the way I was looking at it. And the big Z is the probability. Would be everything to one side of our Z-score. I don't know. It really could be either way depending on what big Z and little z are.
Yeah.
We want the little z to be, the big Z to be less than, don't we? So it would be
So
B.
it's the bottom one.
I think it all depends on what big Z and little z are.
Yeah, but
Z-score. Yeah, so I think the big Z is your Z-score that you calculated. And you're saying you're trying to find what's less than your Z-score you calculated? Oh.
So then it would be the top one.
This is hard. You're right.
Well, the big would be Z-score greater than little z.
it never introduced the concept of a big Z.
No,
and a
this is
little z.
totally new.
No, this is really weird. Sorry, I'm looking. I'm looking at your textbook right now, seeing if I could figure something in there.
I went through all the textbook stuff for this lesson and it never did that.
No, I didn't.
There's a probability. Do you compute using normal probability applet? You're looking for what's less than your z-score that you calculated.
Maybe the Z means that the big Z means to the right and the little Z means to the left. Because up here on the probability map, it's both little z.
Yeah. But the z-score. So the answer is B. So knowing that,
Yeah.
so the
So Ryan
probability
had to have it right
of
in the first place.
what's less than your z-score. So I think
So
this
maybe
is really
which
So that makes
direction
little
you're
z what
shading
we just calculated.
does make little z what we just calculated. But basically, it's just your greater than, less than points towards the direction you're shading on your applet. Would be a simple way to look at it, right?
yeah. So you always shade the way whatever your sign is saying.
Whatever your sign point.
But this is really weird that they have a big Z and a little z.
Yeah. Maybe you could let an instructor know that just needs changed.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. Oh, I will.
Okay.
I wish it were easier to talk with instructors about the exams because I'm sure there's stuff on there that we all got wrong just because it's written poorly.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's just such a pain to even talk to the instructors to get to look at your exam.
I know. My other
Alright, so number-
class, I don't even try, but this one builds on itself. So you kind of have to know what you screwed up on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You do.
So number 17, I got 0.035.
Yeah, I got that too.
.035. All right, let's just submit and be done, shall we? Did we say Josephine got on or not? Oh, we missed something.
You did miss something?
Or I missed something.
Oh, maybe I didn't cover it.
15. What z-score would you use? That negative 1.818 is wrong.
It is?
Huh. Okay.
Okay, so how do we view the standard deviation for the one before it?
It could have been a rounding error.
Yeah.
That's kind of a pain, because if you figure out your standard deviation, they should figure all of your z-scores with that rounded answer.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you shouldn't have a round. You don't want to compute a rounded answer.
I guess.
Yeah. So they try to show you like, okay, you need to not round it, but not a lot of people get that.
yeah, so if you don't round it, you get a negative. So if we don't round that standard deviation, it comes out to a negative 1.790.
There you go. Try that and see if that's right.
Sorry, that one is better. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep, that was it.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know if I can make it through another 4 weeks of this class. It's just getting harder.
I agree. My whole life revolves around Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nice.
Did you guys get a flow chart? Like she said she sent it out, but it didn't get to a lot of students. Do you know what I'm talking about, the flow chart?
Nope.
No, not a clue what that is.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up really quick just to make sure. And I think she said she would post it again, but if I can just get it to you guys. Hold on. I'm pulling it up so you guys can see what it is. So it looks like I can pull it up.
What's it
Okay, so
for?
I'm going to share my screen. So this is what it looks like. So can you guys see it?
Oh,
So
No.
this is a good, helpful tool. So you can say like, okay, what type of data do I have? Quantitative or categorical? And then if you say, oh, I have quantitative, then you can say, how many samples do I have? 1, 2, or 3. Let's say we have 1 sample. and then you can ask, is sigma known? Yes or no. If it is, it's a Z-test. It's unknown, it's a T-test. Does that make sense?
Oh, I totally need that.
That would have been great for our test.
Yeah, so she posted it, I think once in something, but not a lot of people saw it or noticed it existed. So I can send it to you guys right now.
Email it to us.
Yeah.
That would be
So on
great.
this chat, can you guys put your emails that you want me to send it to?
Yeah.
And then there's also a method table that I really like. Let me pull it up too. Okay, and then I'm going to share my screen again. So here's a method table that I also really like. So it's like if you know your test that you want to run, then you can write down your requirements for that test, SPSS instructions, how to do your confidence interval, your null and alternative, things like that, which I thought was really useful as well.
Oh, yeah, send us that too.
Okay, those are two really good things to use. Yeah, I wish everyone in your class had seen those, but I'll just go ahead and send it to you guys again. I think she's going to send an email or post something about it,
Okay.
but I'll send it to you guys anyway.
Cool, thanks.
And then anything else before I go?
Oh,
Talk about
before we're done, we have to do our group project thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave for that if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Um,
you.
All right, bye guys.
Bye,
see ya.
thanks.
Okay, so I see Josephine's picture, but I don't know that I've heard her. Are you there, Josephine? Maybe not. So maybe, I wonder if she can hear us. So have you guys looked at that? Have you seen it goes on any specific part?
I looked it over.
Yeah, I can't really tell exactly what it's wanting us to do. I think today all we have to do is assign.
Yeah. I've assigned who's going to do what, and then we have to come up with a hypothesis. Well, it also says we do have to come up with a, I don't know, science project. Is that what we're doing? Kind of
Yeah,
like
we get to do our own study.
Yeah.
our own study.
I'm very not creative, so somebody else is going to have to come up with the idea.
Well, I Googled some ideas. We're
Oh, perfect.
well, but they're kind of hard because, I mean, first of all, we all live in different states.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we need to do something that's maybe grocery store related.
Oh, that's maybe a good idea.
I don't know. I mean, some of the ideas, do most students gain weight when they go to college? I could say yes. I've gained 5 pounds since I've been.
But I don't, how do you collect data on any of that?
I know.
Well, this kind of makes me think of one of our earlier homework assignments gave an example of students going to a store and they decided they wanted to find out what the average price of a box of cereal was or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we could do something similar to that. It'd be like us going to the store and saying what's the average price of bananas, and we each just go to our local grocer and or one or two local stores and see what the price of bananas is there, and we use that for our data. I don't know.
Are we going
Sounds
to
good.
compare with states? I mean, because you guys are both in Idaho, aren't you?
Yeah, but so because if yours combined with ours, it would give us a bigger N, a bigger sample size, because you would have different grocery stores. Like Ryan and I are in the same town, so we have a lot of the same grocery stores,
And I don't know where Josephine lives.
She's in Nigeria.
Oh, she is?
Uh-huh.
Or we could do something online too.
I think the banana thing sounds easy. Is that?
Yeah. Well, what I mean is it could be just as easy to be like, what's the average price of an iPhone online or something, and each of us just goes and finds 5 different websites with 5 different prices.
Oh.
All right. I'm good with whichever. What do you guys?
I like that one because I don't have to leave the house. I can just be.
You want to go to the grocery store?
Such a different generation because I'm like, oh, I like the grocery store. I can actually
yeah.
know how to do that and go there.
Yeah. 'Cause the iPhone one, I was like, I could get that done in 10 minutes. You know.
I'll bet the iPhone one, there's not a lot of difference. But that doesn't mean that it's not a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be iPhone. It could be anything online.
Yeah.
So you're saying like check Amazon and Apple and
Right.
Zappos and all those different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
And that way we could all do it, and we'd really be kind of drawing from the same population, because the population here is way different from wherever you are, Becky.
right.
Arizona. Yeah.
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 Okay, so let's pick an item. Do you want to use iPhones or do you want to pick something that might have more variability?
Let's pick something else. Just because the iPhone one I think I took from an earlier homework assignment.
So
Okay.
what's something else that a lot of people like to buy?
I don't know. I had a disclaimer. I'm not creative.
I'm not.
Something we all use, something we all buy.
Well, if we stick with electronics or like a certain TV or a certain computer, but we would just have to make sure we were all looking at the right one, you know.
Yeah. Which with electronics can be tricky
It can be tricky.
because they have a lot of different things with them.
So maybe not electronics then. So how about, I don't know,
We do it-
diapers, dog food.
Yeah, diapers, dog food, a textbook or something. Or it could even be other stuff that's easy to find online, like tuition at schools.
Oh, and that would have a high variability. That one might be interesting.
Yeah. Like what's the average?
Undergraduate semester or something for 12 credits.
Yeah, it's maybe like what's the average annual tuition for undergrad? And then there could be like in-state, out-of-states. We could pick one of those.
And I'm in Pathway, so it's really cheap.
Yeah. So
Okay,
this school is cheap.
undergrad, and we're going to go annual, not a semester, or do you want to figure it by credit? You can
I
do
think
credit,
annual.
semester, or annual.
Ooh. I don't know, because annual seems like the one that's been easiest for me to find,
That's fine.
just as
Okay.
I've been looking at schools in like personally.
Okay, so undergrad, annual, and then was there another qualifier?
Do we want to do in-state or out-of-state, private or public?
Or I
Um,
guess we do all, and then you end up with an ANOVA study,
Yeah.
but that's harder.
I was gonna say it seems like it'd be easier to pick one.
maybe private. Well, I don't know.
If you do private, then there's not in-state and out-state.
There you go. How about we just do undergrad,
Yeah,
annual,
we
and
do
private?
And private.
Because that's actually going to be way more expensive anyway.
It will
Yeah.
be. Okay, so undergrad, annual, and private, and then how many samples should each of us gather?
Do we want to do one from each state, or is that too many?
I think if we just say each of us do 5 or whatever, that gives us a sample size of 15 altogether. If Josephine does it, that's 20. If we want a larger sample size, we could say 10. Some of them might overlap though.
We could do five private schools just in Connecticut, you know?
Yeah.
5 at least, private. Boston. But, yeah, no, should we do 5?
Are you good with 5, which is going to give us a total, if Josephine joins us, it'll give us a total sample size of 20.
Yeah. And we know 20 will be fine as long as it's normally distributed, but we don't know that
But we
from
don't
the start.
know that, which that's part of the study, right? Is to
Right.
decide that. So
I think to be safe, I'd want to do just 30.
so that we're good. So
Yeah.
should we each do 10? And then if Josephine doesn't get her, I don't know whether she'll input or not input.
Yeah, I don't know if she will, but even if she doesn't, we'll still have 30
Yeah,
if each of us
right.
does 10.
Okay, so if we each do 10,
We'd all have to make sure we do 10 different schools.
Yeah.
okay.
So by next week, maybe we'll just grab you the 10 that you want, and next week we'll talk, or Thursday. Does that give you enough time, or is that too much time? I mean, not enough time.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't remember I didn't write my dates down on when. Oh, let's see, I've got it open. Collect the data is due Saturday of week 10. So see, it's not even due for another week and a half to collect the data part. All we got to do is design the study.
Right.
So should we say
Oh,
next
today we
Tuesday?
need a hypothesis, don't we?
And who's going to do what?
Yeah, we have to say who's going to actually write up everything, and then we have to have the design the study. So that'll be the hypothesis, right?
So it says state your research question.
Okay.
What is our research, and then what's the population you're studying, and then what's the null and the alternative?
Okay.
Okay, so let's say the population is going to be just in the United States, right? Anywhere, but we want to be in the United States.
U.S. private schools.
Yeah, so population is U.S. private
University.
schools.
Undergraduate university.
And then our question is what? Is there a difference?
Well, I found this. I found a website that claims that the average costs. Let's see. Let's see here. One sec. I found it. According to the American College Board, the average cost of tuition fees at private colleges last year was $32,405. So we could just test that and say we think it's more than that, or we think it's less than that.
Or we could just say different and do a two.
Yeah, we could just say we think it's different than that.
Okay, so 32. What did you say?
32,405.
405. And that's a year.
So our alternative hypothesis is that it does not equal 32,405. And then our null is that it does equal.
Right. So, tell me again the reference on it was the college, what did you say that gives that number?
This is I'm saying what they officially call this organization. Just says the College Board. I know that sounds very official, but
Yeah, that's all right. Okay.
So then, did we state our research question? Is that what we just stated?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the question. So the College Board states that the average tuition is this. We want to know that we propose that the average cost is actually different from that, right?
right.
Okay. Were there any other things that had to be done in the one for this week, or that's?
We just have to say who's going to be in charge of writing each part.
Doing each part. So the step one is the main writer for designing the study.
All right.
And then we all collect the data. Then we have somebody describe the data, make clear, and take action. And
We should have to talk each time anyway. You know what I mean? It's just who officially is going to submit it, I guess. So. All right, so design the study. The only one I know I don't want to do, but I will, is the PowerPoint. Just because I've never done a PowerPoint presentation.
I'm doing
I've got to
my
learn how to do
very
it.
first one right now this week.
Yeah.
My issue is I have a Mac, so I use Keynote, so I don't know if that will make a difference. But,
Doesn't matter.
okay. Julie, why don't you just assign us all? How about that?
Oh, brother. Well, if we just go in order, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I wish I could other to give Josephine one of them. I was going to look and see. It says she can hear us, but her connection is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So maybe we should ask her to.
Miss Josephine is good at PowerPoint.
Yeah. So let's see. I just asked her what part she wants.
She's young. She's really good at
I
it.
know.
All right.
Okay, so let's just go down the row, should we?
Yeah.
So, all right. So if I do the first one, Becky does the second one, Ryan does the third one,
Wait. So Becky's going to do step 3.
3. Ryan does make inference, and Josephine does
Take action.
the take action. Oh crap!
No.
Okay.
Well, it says
I guess
who
that
can
means
do it.
I do the PowerPoint.
And I can help with that too. That's
Okay.
I'm pretty comfortable with PowerPoints.
Are you?
Yeah, I could even take it if you wanted. We may not even have to do it because this is an online class and maybe they just didn't update that in the curriculum.
All
No,
right,
I
Ryan,
had
I'm
to
gonna
do
put you on that one.
PowerPoint on, but I think each of our information is going to give the person the information for the PowerPoint.
Right.
Well, yeah, we'll have to talk each time. Okay, so Josephine, you get take action if you can hear me. But we'll all have to just discuss them every week anyway.
Okay.
So, but that's who's responsible for actually turning it in. So I'll turn this one in. I'm supposed to turn this one in.
Okay.
So does it say where I turn this in?
Well, on your board where you know, what is the due date, the things that are due, it's due today. So I don't know if you just click on
Well,
it.
I clicked on that and it brings me to this page, but so
Oh,
I can't type on this page. I mean, I could just write this out. Should I just write it out and send it in an email to her? Maybe there's not like a discussion board to post it on.
Yeah, there's not.
maybe we should ask her.
Maybe what I'll do is when I post our group link for today, I'll just put this on the bottom of it.
Okay.
And then we'll have to just ask how it is we're supposed to submit each step, you know. But for today, I'll just put it, if everybody's okay with that, I'll just
Yeah.
put it on the bottom of our group, you know, collaboration from today.
I think that's good.
So then if you guys, by Thursday, if you can come up with 10 schools, then we can
Yeah.
talk about that.
Sounds good. And that number we chose at 32,000, maybe that just change a little bit until I find a better source. Like I went to the College Board's website and they give a different number. So
Oh, okay. Well, so this design the study is due Saturday, right? So we'll just touch base again if everybody wants to kind of look and see what average or whatever we think we should use for the null.
okay.
And so,
Okay.
okay.
All right.
So let's see.
All right, so Thursday we're each going to have our 10 schools, and if anyone feels like it, they can look up a better number. I've already found another one that might be better.
Okay, so I'm typing Josephine, yes, on Thursday. We're doing 10 USA private undergrad.
Tuition cost.
And okay, sounds good. Okay, we'll see you guys Thursday.
Okay.
All right, see you then.
Thanks.